Alright guys, this is the Ramber. Please like and subscribe to my videos. Today we're going to be talking about the Green Arrow and why he would have been the perfect choice to be James Gunn's first superhero in his universe. So when I think of the Green Arrow, obviously I think about the Green Arrow, the TV show with Stephen Amell, which was a great show, by the way. He played the character perfectly. And it got me thinking that honestly, maybe he should have went. James Gunn should have went with, the Green Arrow as their first choice. Now, keep in mind, the Green Arrow. He's a billionaire. He comes from a rich family. He's human without any superpowers. So I thought it would have been very interesting if James Gunn would have put him on the forefront. He could have been like, basically like the DC version of Iron Man, except, less smart and less of a smart ass, right? I think that would have been very interesting. And the reason why is because, the Green Arrow, like I said, he's rich. He's a good character. He likes to fight crime. He's like Batman light. So you could have showed a character similar to Batman without putting the bat, first. When Tony Stark, when he first appeared, as Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., people loved it. The idea of, a billionaire wearing a suit of armor defending crime was, a fascinating idea to put in the forefront. So if James Gunn would have put the Green Arrow in the forefront, I think it would have worked perfectly. Right? Because like I said, he's a human. So his, we can relate to that as people first, right? That's why people love Batman so much, because Batman doesn't have superpowers. He's just a normal man with, kind of human peak strength. But at the end of the day, he's normal. He doesn't have any powers. So, you could have put the Green Arrow on the forefront. You could have did the whole island story, right? But the twist would have been that his father was actually working for Lex Luthor, right? Doing shady ass shit with Lex Luthor. So when he makes it off back from the island, he's trying to investigate, while doing the whole vigilante thing, right? And would have been very interesting is, Amanda Waller being on his tail, trying to figure out who this masked vigilante with a Green Arrow is, right? She starts sending some of her, suicide people, or just people that would kind of show who the Green Arrow is. It would have been very interesting, right? I said Amanda Waller in the background. The Green Arrow trying to figure out who his father was. Could have had the Black Canary in there as well. Actually, the Black Canary would be one of the people that Amanda Waller sends out to, fight the Green Arrow, but she eventually falls in love, right? And then there goes your whole love backstory. And not only would it have been interesting to start with the Green Arrow, there's a couple other reasons too. They could have, maybe snuck a Green Lantern appearance in there, right? Like a Hal Jordan. He's like, looking at all his companies, right? And let's just say his company owns, like this big pilot, company, and Hal Jordan's there, right? So you could have slowly introduced him. And after you build from the Green Arrow, you could have built another human who doesn't have superpowers per se, but he has like a green ring. You could have slowly started building from there. After the Green Lantern, you could have probably introduced the Flash, or maybe after the Green Lantern, you could have introduced Superman. So like I said, I think it would have been very interesting to start from a human perspective. The Green Arrow, he's not too well known in the to normies, but he could have been an excellent character to put like first. So I think that would have been great. I think it was actually a missed opportunity, right? And like I said, having Amanda Waller in the background, and the Green Arrow finally figures out that his dad was doing shady shit with Lex Luthor, and he makes an appearance in there. That would be great storytelling. I'm not sure if James Gunn could pull it off, because he would like to joke around too damn much. But like I said, the Green Arrow is fucking badass. I mean, the dude literally has the arrow and is a fucking billionaire. How more badass can you get from that, right? So hopefully, I don't know if we're gonna get a Green Arrow appearance in the James Gunn's universe, but I think we should. All right. So again, guys, please like and subscribe to my videos. Thank you.